Baylen Out Loud, Baylen Dupree dishes on wedding plans with Colin Dooley. Baylen Out Loud star Baylen Dupree spoke with Access Hollywood guest correspondent Emily Orozco about the upcoming season of the show and dished on her wedding plans. Baylen Out Loud returns with a new season Tuesday, October 7th at 9 p.m. on TLC. Baylen Dupree says Baylen Out Loud Season 2 will explore wedding options that fit my needs. Baylen Dupree is stepping into her bridal era. The 23-year-old content creator is in the throes of wedding planning after getting engaged to fiancé Colin Dooley earlier this year. It's a journey that fans will see on Season 2 of Dupree's hit reality series Baylen Out Loud, which premieres on TLC on October 7th. Season 2 is about expanding my growth and learning how to do certain things that I really wasn't able to do living with my parents, Dupree told Us Weekly exclusively. Viewers will get unfiltered access to Dupree's new life as a fiancé. She adjusts to living with Dooley in their Washington, D.C. apartment, all while exploring the challenges that can arise from having Tourette's syndrome. Baylen Dupree says boyfriend Colin is her backbone amid Tourette battle, wants babies before 25. Wedding planning is stressful for any bride, but it is uniquely difficult for Dupree, whose tics can range from mild to serious, including motor and vocal tics, and coprolalia, a symptom that causes involuntary outbursts of obscenities. The experience has been a whirlwind of learning about myself, Dupree shared, adding that she's excited for fans to see her process. With the wedding planning process, it's difficult specifically as somebody with Tourette's who is going to be a bride, Dupree explained. I had to worry about echoing in certain places. I had to worry about very miscellaneous things for me to feel comfortable. As you watch Season 2, you'll see me explore the wedding options that fit my needs as somebody with Tourette's, whether that's indoor or outdoor, venues, or a small guest list. Dupree and Dooley have made the decision not to invite any guests who haven't met the TLC star prior to the wedding. I shouldn't have to explain my condition to them on our wedding day, Dupree said. I want it to be the most comfortable and easy day. While plans are still in motion, Dupree shared that she and Colin are hoping for a vibrant wedding complete with a lot of color, specialty drinks for their dogs and chicken and waffles on the menu. The happy couple have also decided to televise their premarital counseling sessions, a decision that did not come easily. The reality star admitted that being in therapy on television was tricky, but necessary to show other people that counseling is not scary. It's really something that a lot of adults should do, going into something that's so unknown, Dupree said, adding that she and Colin do keep many aspects of their relationship sacred and private. Baylen Out Loud Season 2 will follow Baylen Dupree and Colin Dooley's wedding planning and more. Although Baylen Out Loud has only aired one season thus far, its influence has been widespread. The reality star told us that she often receives messages from people who have been impacted by the show. Ultimately, Baylen Out Loud is a showcase in Dupree's belief in herself. In those moments, when I'm having tics, it can be like, how do I do this? How do I overcome this? Dupree said. But really, in reality, once I put my headphones on, I can do it. I can do anything and everything. Baylen Out Loud Season 2 will premiere on TLC on Tuesday, October 7th, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time. Baylen Dupree develops new tic-punching fiancé Colin in the ballsack. It feels electrifying, exclusive. Baylen Dupree developed a new physical tic from her Tourette syndrome, punching and kicking her fiancé Colin Dooley in the balls. In People's exclusive clip, she said the itching and burning urge goes away when she lets it out. The season premiere of Baylen Out Loud airs Tuesday, October 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on TLC. Baylen Dupree has developed a new physical tic from her Tourette syndrome that her fiancé Colin Dooley is not a fan of. In People's exclusive clip from the Season 2 premiere of Baylen Out Loud, the couple is in the kitchen making smoothies when all of a sudden Dupree starts kicking Dooley in the balls multiple times. "Oh, goddamn," he says after he curls over grabbing himself in pain. "I have no idea where my kicking tic came from," Dupree, 23, admits. "The punch has been a common thing," Dooley explains in a confessional. "She punches me in the balls." In that moment, Dupree involuntarily punches him and the pair go quiet as Dooley cusses and bends over wincing in pain. "Sorry, I had to do that," she whispers to him after a minute of silence. I had the urge in my wrist to punch Colin in the ballsack and it feels electrifying, she explains. It's like itching, burning, hurting. And when I let it out, the urge goes away actually. The people puzzler crossword is here. How quickly can you solve it? Play now. Dupree was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome in 2020 and decided to use her platform to raise awareness and shut down misconceptions about the disorder. She has accumulated more than 10 million followers on TikTok and 2 million followers on Instagram, which led to her TLC show Baylen Out Loud earlier this year. She met Dooley through a dating app and they began dating in November 2022. Dupree previously revealed that he was very observant about her Tourette syndrome and researched the condition before their first date. He still is, learning, but I mean, so is everyone else. I am still learning about it, she told People. There's so much more work that needs to be done to educate more people and to understand fully what people are going through and dealing with. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. The couple announced their engagement exclusively to People in February. At the time, Dupree told People they can't wait to take you along on this journey, through all the ups, downs, and everything in between. She also gushed about Dooley's unwavering love and support for her and called him her medicine. He is the prescription that I've needed for a really long time that never runs out. It was just meant to be, Dupree said. He just understands me so well. He distracts me from a lot of the things that consume my day and my time. It just really helps just having someone there who gets it and understands me. The season premiere of Baylen Out Loud airs Tuesday, October 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on TLC. Read the original article on People. Baylen Dupree plans dream wedding in Baylen Out Loud Season 2 trailer as her parents encourage premarital counseling. The reality series returns to TLC on Tuesday, October 7th. Baylen Dupree is getting ready for her big day while she and her fiancé figure out what comes next in the new season of Baylen Out Loud. On Tuesday, September 9th, TLC dropped the trailer for the forthcoming second season of the reality series, which now gives viewers a glimpse into the life of the TikToker-turned-television star, 22, as she prepares for her wedding ceremony and subsequent next steps in life with fiancé Colin Dooley. The series itself follows Baylen and her family as they navigate her life with Tourette syndrome, including the involuntary movements and vocalizations that come with it. After the pair announced their engagement in February, Baylen Out Loud will continue to follow Baylen and Colin as they navigate planning their dream wedding. Fans will also get to see Baylen checking out venues and trying on dresses, and the soon-to-be newlyweds figuring out what the marriage will actually be like. I'm not like every other bride, Baylen says in the footage, before asking apparent wedding planners if they've ever had alpacas at a wedding. The trailer kicks off with Baylen describing Tourette's, a neurological involuntary motor and vocal disorder, and giving viewers a glimpse at some moments where she operates with the tics and involuntary statements, claiming that Joe Biden does crystal meth and telling Colin's father, Chuck, that he's bald. Baylen then details some of the more out-of-the-box inclusions she hopes for at her wedding, including a bouncy house, and gets some tough news about her ceremony's budget. What if we can't have our dream wedding, she asks Colin. I would be devastated. After Colin and Baylen wonder if they're making the right decision in the wedding planning process, Baylen can be seen trying on a dress and later joining her fiancé to look at venues and other goodies. I want her to be able to say, "This is the best day ever," Baylen's father, Alan, says before getting emotional and giving his daughter a teary hug. Elsewhere in the early look at Season 2, Colin reveals that his steady paycheck from the military is in jeopardy, as his contract ends in a year. At the same time, Baylen's parents bring up both children and premarital counseling. Is this what our marriage is gonna be like? Colin asks at the end of the trailer. Per a synopsis, Season 2 sees Colin and Baylen living together, learning the ropes of adulting and discovering that love and cohabitating require a lot of compromise. The couple previously announced their engagement via Instagram in February, with Baylen telling People at the time that they were beyond excited for this next chapter of our lives. Baylen Out Loud first premiered on TLC on January 13th and concluded on March 10th, roughly 5 years after Baylen was diagnosed with Tourette's. She has since accumulated more than 10 million followers on TikTok and 2 million followers on Instagram, where she raises awareness and shuts down misconceptions about the disorder. Baylen Out Loud star Baylen Dupree on why her family signed up for reality TV and how Season 2 will tackle wedding planning. Baylen Dupree has brought selflessness to reality television. TLC's Baylen Out Loud debuted this year as a chronicle of 22-year-old Dupree's life, and while she initially grew her profile because of TikTok videos, she was never the typical Gen Zer posting inane trends and dance routines. Dupree has Tourette syndrome, and her symptoms include vocal tics and profane outbursts as a result of coprolalia. While these manifestations can sometimes turn heads when she's in public in her hometown of Harper's Ferry, WV, the condition has been normalized for Dupree's millions of social media followers, and now the sizable TLC audience. With the show, I feel like it gives a wider and broader view and more knowledge of Tourette's and how I live with it, she says. It just opens up a wider range to people to spread awareness or educate. Dupree says she is seeing the immediate result of the show's impact. I've had an abundance of people come up to me, which is lovely, she says. The ones through the show tend to have more in-depth stories. I had someone come up to me at Chipotle and say, "My wife has waited 10 years for a story to come out like yours." She teaches special ed kids. I teach behavioral therapy. We see how people are treated differently every day. We live with it, we see it, and you're making a difference. What makes Baylen Out Loud so compelling is that, despite the challenges Dupree faces, she is determined to live a full and rich life. Audiences are introduced to her large family, including her parents and 5 siblings, and her love story with her boyfriend, and now fiancé, Colin Dooley. Watching Dupree's loved ones navigate through both small challenges, such as her tics interrupting a grocery store trip, to figuring out the mechanics of her someday living with Dooley as their relationship grows, shows the compassion they have for each other. But it's not all serious, as some of the show's best moments include Dupree and Dooley's loving moments and the bickering that inevitably takes place between siblings and parents. Despite their love for each other, the focus of Baylen Out Loud is a real family, and not everyone was initially ready for prime time. We all sat down, and it did take some convincing for my siblings to realize that this is for the greater good, she says. This is for a bigger and better purpose than ourselves. As for Season 2, which has already been ordered by TLC, Dupree says that wedding planning will be her primary focus, but she's hoping to dive even more into understanding her condition and continuing to educate viewers. There will be more public speaking and new medications, different types of therapies,